Yes, this is Sheepshifter 23. I'm here with Benjamin Rivers and Soulamazin Gaming. We are missing
Hello, guys.
Streetkilln HD today, unfortunately.
Of course,
He's
as he
taking
is.
a little sabbatical. So
For you guys like me who don't know what that means, it's a hiatus. Or a break, if you will.
like that word's any better. Hiatus.
Hiatus,
It's a
there you
little
go,
better.
hiatus. Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah, what are we doing today, guys?
We're gonna start with
A bit of a
Raw.
vacation.
Obviously, we're gonna go over a
Here we
recap,
go.
just like every week. We're gonna talk about each of the shows in order.
Yep.
And we're obviously going to start with
And what?
Raw as soon as I get my details up, because we're amateurs here. We don't have that stuff ready.
Oh, good. Okay, so yeah, so there's already two people here. Welcome Daniel Martinez, and also welcome Bosco Mabola in the chat right now.
You know,
Yo,
Raw
the
opened up
squad is
with
here.
Roman Reigns. Well, with Kurt Angle, I should say.
Yeah, where is Street?
Coming
He's
out.
on a hiatus at the moment. That's Okay, guys, say so right now.
Welcome to the podcast,
Welcome.
guys.
So amazing. Oh, just
Street,
and
Street will
also-
be here in the stream, but he won't be in the party with us today, unfortunately. He's on a little
Also-
bit of a vacation.
Hang on a second, guys. I need to check and see if my thing is on. But can you guys? Damn, I need to check my audio. That's what I need to do. Yep, and my show party audio is not even on. That's all I remember, like my share party audio. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, but let's get straight into this. So we kick off the show with. Damn it! I hate this so much now.
Oh, it was Roman
Yeah,
Reigns.
yeah,
So that's what we started with.
Yeah, Roman Reigns. Okay, so yes, it comes out. I don't even know what actually happens, but yeah, I'll let someone like start it off and then we'll go from there.
Well, pretty much Roman Reigns came out and did the same thing he's been doing for the past 2 or 3 weeks, which was go out and talk a lot of shit about
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. So it got to the point where Kurt Angle had to step in, and then he goes and calls the marshals, handcuffs, and then Brock Lesnar beat the
Yeah.
shit out of him. I thought it was a pretty good way to continue the story, like it has been kind of back and forth, but no real activity. Or no fair fight yet, no just one-on-one, them going at it. It's, taking shots at each other. But I thought it was a
It
good
took me by
promo.
surprise. I honestly thought that they were going to keep the two completely separated until
I did too.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then when I seen Roman coming in from the crowd, I was actually pretty surprised. Like, normally I would predict that and see it coming, but I didn't this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped your entrance. I did not mean to do that.
Damn it! I'm like,
Don't worry,
You
I'll
see
skip
my
mine too.
walk?
That was that was out there. So yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
but yeah.
this was a good promo. This was I mean, Lesnar was.
Well, do you guys think that this made Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns look bad?
I think it made, if anybody, Roman. Neither one, because he was in handcuffs, so he was defenseless. So they both. It doesn't hurt anybody.
Some people would say it makes Brock look bad because he beat the shit out of him while he was handcuffed, while Roman was handcuffed. Like, kind of, that it would make him look like a coward.
What's he going to have to do to dominate this?
What's he saying? Not something's not appearing on the stream on side for
oh yeah, it's actually the comments. That's what I'm actually talking about. It's the comments.
Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
That's some
Yes,
glitchy.
Roman did get beat the shit street.
So much power behind that punch.
Don't worry, we got the comments up on. I'll have them up on the stream here shortly.
And there's the power bomb.
Okay, so yes, so can we actually also like speak about like this whole Roman Reigns thing also like what I'm actually also going to add to it Okay, yeah, I think like there was kind of a bit of some poor
getting his attention with a vicious
okay, what's it called? Like I'm just trying to say right
that
now.
was hitting the nail right
I
on
don't
the
know.
head. If he takes many more of those, he's going to get lit up like a
Oh, but I
Christmas
think it's
tree.
pretty cool how Roman attacked the security guard guys, the marshals.
Oh yeah, he laid it on them. I thought he was like being a little bit. He was hitting them pretty hard. They must be like.
He elbowed that one, the smaller guy in the face pretty good.
Yeah, they must be like future prospects trying to be, you know, they're like rosebuds basically.
Yeah.
So the guys that we saw Roman Reigns beat up to, you know, Monday might be the guys that are top guys 5 years from now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would actually.
It's funny how they do that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. So.
Okay, I've got the chat up. Soul, if you could, I'll have you kind of go over what was next, and we'll go from there. Because I can't pull up. I can't have both up.
If you want to move on from Brock and Roman, we can go to
Asuka,
next was the Asuka and Alexa Bliss match.
Oh
Yeah.
Yes. This
it's pretty interesting.
It was interesting. I will say that.
And back down the hard way.
I thought that I don't know, you know, I kind of didn't pay attention that much because I'm really sick of the Mickey James and Alexa Bliss thing.
Yeah,
and,
the Mickey James thing is very awkward.
Yeah, I
very
don't.
Awkward. It's not growing on me at all.
No.
Okay, when did Nikki? Sorry, if I kept saying Nikki.
There's absolutely no
okay, yeah,
wasted
when
motion
did
in this
Mickey
attack.
James actually turn heel? Because yeah, it's like
It's like 3 weeks ago or so.
Well, yeah, that's something I mentioned last week. Is like I never saw the shift. I never saw the change. I don't know when this happened.
Yeah, me either. I think that either we didn't see it because of the Hulu thing, or they kind of just threw it out there.
The damage has been done.
Speaking of the Hulu thing, that kind of screwed us over with the Hulu thing, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, I mean, it was a match. That's all I can really say about it. It was a match, and it was there. And I mean, the Nia Jax thing at the end, chasing them, and that was pretty cool. You know, to see that, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Nia Jax is going to lose at WrestleMania, and it will have served no purpose whatsoever, this whole feud.
I don't know. I like the Asuka and Alexa Bliss match because everyone was kind of expecting at first Asuka versus Alexa to be at WrestleMania, so we got to see that match, and we also get to see Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. So it's kind of cool that we got to see that match, and at the same time, it's building up for Alexa and Nia at WrestleMania. And I'm not so sure about Nia losing at WrestleMania. This might be her push. She's been getting bullied around and mistreated. And although she's supposed to be turning babyface, it could come with a victory over Alexa.
I just don't think he has it in him anymore.
So I don't know. It's one of those things I can't really predict. Like, I'm gonna be like surprised either way.
He's looking a little off balance.
Well, one thing I don't like is the whole making kind of being the bully part. Well, I guess, you know, it's storytelling. It's a story, you know, about bullying or whatever. But I think it's kind of tacky to be using her weight in a storyline, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, we all know that she's bigger than most girls. You don't have to, like, point it out and, like, ha, 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 look at her, she's fat. Call her Shrek and stuff like that. You don't have to go that far, you know? That's kind of rough.
Oh, actually, yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I think that using the weight is too far. It's disrespectful. You know, you got millions of people looking at you like, you know, I don't know. I think it's too much. But I like what Street just said in the chat. Nia will beat the shit out of Alexa, and Alexa will pull it off, and then here comes Miss Money in the Bank. I didn't think about the possibility of Carmella turning in the Money in the Bank for Alexa's title.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Just, also, actually, just add something about like the Carmella Money in the Bank.
No, because that's on a different show.
Yeah, let's keep the SmackDown for next.
Yeah, let's get through the Raw stuff real quick. My other point that I want to make about the Asuka and Alexa Bliss match is that it wasn't very realistic to me. Alexa Bliss had the advantage almost the whole match, and that does not make sense whatsoever. I guess she's supposed to be cunning and smart and kind of Miz-like, but the Miz gets beat up for a lot of the match and then finds a way to cheat to victory. That's not what Alexa Bliss did. Alexa Bliss was physically dominating Asuka for the whole match.
I guess they kind of had to do it in an opposite manner because you know that Alexa wasn't going to get to pull off the victory. You know, like you said, with the Miz being cunning and clever.
Yeah, they got to make her look
and
strong.
He comes up with the win. They got to at least, they got to make her look tough going into WrestleMania. She's got to, hold her own against Asuka at least. Yeah. Can't make her look too weak.
I guess so.
And in that way it makes sense, but the way that you put it makes sense too. Like, but I think they just can't make her look too bad going into WrestleMania. She's going to defend her title against Nia, so if she gets annihilated by little Asuka, then who's going to believe she has a chance to beat Nia? You know what I mean?
Right, you got a point. I'll say that. Anybody else have anything to say about Asuka and Alexa Bliss and Mickie James and Nia?
I don't. I think we covered everything.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that leads us into Braun Strowman and Cesaro.
Yep.
Boss Gamer says Carmella cash in on Brock Lesnar.
Hang on a second. Ronda Rousey being
Here's where one of these three superstars needs
that would be epic.
And win this thing.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be pretty funny, probably.
And then they'll be all like, women can be the Universal Champion too. It's the first ever Universal Women's Champion.
We're seeing the same move being used.
Let me not jinx this.
Like ever actually, like imagine actually like just the WWE just creating that title, the WWE Women's Universal title, like and then just make it pink.
Yeah.
So,
you heard it here first on Dat Wrasslin podcast.
That's right.
Okay, so we
but you didn't read it because the chat's not showing. Gonna have to write a letter to PlayStation, Sony. Dear Sony. Yeah, Braun Strowman and Cesaro. Just like last week, I love the whole thing of Braun Strowman in the tag team division because, like, they have beaten everyone. And Raw's tag team division, that's their weak spot. That's their kryptonite. They suck as far as tag team.
Definitely.
Right. That's like where SmackDown is really kicking their ass.
yeah.
So I mean, it draws interest. It gives Braun Strowman his WrestleMania moment. It gives him a title. So I think it's just smart booking.
I think that he'll get a bigger WrestleMania moment in the future. There's just nothing to book for him at the moment. I think they have plans already. I think Braun will end up being a guy to get a bigger chance at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay,
in the
I
future.
am actually going to ask this in the chat now. Like, what tag team? Okay, so what tag teams do they have on Raw? Which ones do they have on SmackDown?
Well, the Raw tag teams are pretty limited. It's I looked it up last week, but I'm not gonna.
Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
Rhino and Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the Revival.
He might be out, Cole. He gets it with the reversal.
Luke and Carl.
one step ahead on
But
that
then,
one.
yeah, and of course they've also got the tightest
And Byron, he's
worldwide.
still down after that one.
Tag team.
Yeah, they did some big time
Well,
damage.
I think that's it.
Shoulders down. This could be it. 2. He kicked out at 2.5. How'd he do that?
Wow, I thought this was over. Ain't no stopping him now.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it was kind of like a filler match, but
I liked it though. I really like Cesaro. I really do.
I think he's a good matchup for Braun Strowman. I think that could be like a legitimate fight.
He probably really is legitimately like top 5 strongest guys in the WWE.
Yeah,
Like Cesaro's strong as shit. He's like a freaking nature.
Oh yeah, that's what
You know, he
they.
don't look it, but
Better luck next time.
Well, he's made a point to pick up some pretty big guys in his career.
yeah.
Yeah, like us.
And I think he's I think he's a good wrestler. He's a good entertainer.
These superstars are running on fumes right about
I think
now.
they just don't show it often. Like he's pretty good on the mic too. He just doesn't really get. I think that once Sheamus retires, maybe Cesaro will get like a really good solo push.
Yeah.
He wants it one more time.
So I mean, Brock Lesnar. I mean, not Brock Lesnar. Braun Strowman is definitely
The first one was vicious.
a good thing. And I mean, are we going to talk about? Do we think that it's going to be Elias as his partner, the mystery partner?
I think so.
I mean, that's the only way I can see to go.
Yeah.
I think we're at the point in this match where
He's fighting back here. I expected nothing
Yeah,
less,
or-
Cole.
Okay, so yes, or like the WWE could actually
This
break it
might
off
be the
just
end of
like
the road
this,
for
like
Byron.
to like
well,
bring
if he
like
can't get
someone
back
like,
to his feet,
I
you're
don't
absolutely
know.
right.
Well,
Like,
the bar's getting old as a tag team. Well, not old as a tag team, but it's getting stale with as them being the champions. They need to either get more opponents or come up with something fresh or reinvent themselves or something. But it's boring right now. So they've got to have a title change or something there. And I agree with that.
Even now, Strowman has
I
the
agree.
strength and will to power out.
All right, anything else on Braun Strowman and Cesaro?
No.
All right, that brings us to Titus Worldwide and the Revival, which maybe that one wasn't on Hulu, but yeah, I was about to say, if it was on Hulu, then it was just that forgettable. So, yeah, it looks like it was well, it's what you expected. Titus Worldwide got buried like usual.
always, like they always usually do.
Which, you know, I don't care that they got buried. It's not like I'm upset that, oh no, Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil didn't win. I'm devastated.
I'd like to see Apollo get a better opportunity though.
Well, he will, but right now, you know, it's like a puzzle, and they haven't figured out where to put him yet. And he's got to quit smiling.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got to figure out a way to be mean.
Gamer, by the way.
Quit here tonight, Cole. True testament
Yo,
to
what's
grit.
going on?
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole. His opponent
Me
included.
too, Street.
2. And it's reversed.
okay. Dana Brooke needs something new or go back to NXT.
Oh yeah.
There he goes again. This is what makes it
Yeah,
worse.
that gimmick is terrible.
It's a drop kick again. Headed to the outside.
I'm not going to say anything necessarily on it because I don't want all the women's rights and all that stuff getting mad at me. But yeah, that's.
I think the gimmick is okay. I just think that she doesn't play it off well though.
Oh, and he's
She's too
bad.
corny with it.
Yeah.
I think she could. I think like another woman, not just any woman, but you know, I'm saying like somebody with a better acting status could play it off pretty decent and make it entertaining.
Yeah.
She's like really corny with it.
Yeah.
You can almost see the wind.
You know who would be a good quote unquote statistician? I bet Bailey.
That's it. The match is over.
Zing.
Yeah, Bailey would be a good statistician. She looks like she does math. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God, why is this kid so slow?
Yeah, I don't
so
really want to dwell on Apollo Crews and Titus Worldwide versus the Revival because I mean it's not really worth mentioning.
They're kind of like a jobber tag team at the moment.
Yeah.
Filler tag team, I should say. I don't want to trigger anybody with the word jobber because I do like Apollo Crews.
Well, I like the Revival as far as their gimmick, you know, and just go out there and they're really big fans of old school tag team wrestling, like, you know, the way it used to be. It's an old-fashioned approach and kind of respectful to wrestling, which is a good thing in my opinion.
That's true.
I can respect that. I personally still don't. I don't care for them. I think they're boring, in my opinion. But I can respect the way you just explained them.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be.
I don't feel about them the way I feel about Baron Corbin.
Right.
If that means anything.
That means a lot. Considering how you feel about Baron Corbin.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I did not see. Sorry, I haven't started going ahead. You can go ahead.
If you're talking about Sasha and Bayley versus Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, I didn't see that match either.
Even if I had seen that match, I would have fast forwarded through it.
Wow. I'm sick of the Sonya Deville Mandy Rose angle. The Absolution thing.
They need a big switch up after WrestleMania with the women's division. You know, one thing being Nia turning babyface will be pretty interesting to see what happens there. You know, but they need like a superstar shakeup and stuff because this stuff is just getting played out. It's just repetitive.
Yeah, I feel like they might be doing a superstar shakeup after WrestleMania. I think.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, especially with it going from the dual brands.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sasha Banks, Bayley, again, you know, whatever. They're just dragging this whole thing out as long as they can. The whole little storyline. It's lasted for months and months. They've got storylines that they're putting together 2 weeks before WrestleMania that they're just starting right before it, but they want to drag this storyline out for months.
Yeah, I think it's like a little bit of a waste of time. Like this rivalry between Sasha Banks and Paige. Sasha Banks and Paige. I really just say that.
If they want to make the women's division interesting, they need to stop trying to make soap operas and teen dramas and just have them go out there and frickin' wrestle. That's what got them
everything's all about you were my best friend.
Yeah.
You're not my best friend anymore.
Yeah,
it's Bayley, like the same crap.
Bayley the heel.
It's getting old, and the reason that it got a push in the beginning in the first place was because of the wrestling. Not because of stupid stories. Just go out there and fucking wrestle. Instead of the 10 minutes it takes to do the damn promo, just go out there and put on a good show. Add 5 more minutes to the match, you know?
Yeah, really.
So, that's all I want to say about that match. If anybody else has something they want to add, please. Because I don't have anything.
Yeah, and I am actually going to agree with Street right now. I don't see Bayley turning heel. I think Sasha Banks might be the one that might turn heel. That's what I see at the moment. Is like Sasha Banks actually
from San Jose, California.
I don't know, Bayley. She's just sick and tired
Ladies
of like.
And gentlemen, here comes Bayley. Back in your seat.
I'm just trying to find out where I probably saw it because I knew I did see it before. Damn it! Yeah, now because I did now, I just lost my words. Great.
Where'd they go?
Here we go as this triple threat match gets
Get him out of here.
Judging from this crowd response, guys, there's no more magical place to be in Orlando right now than right here for this match.
Hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so she said, relationship, yada.
Hey, where's written down somewhere?
hang on. I think like the reason why, like this rivalry has actually like estimated, but yeah, because I think Banks, like Sasha Banks, she took advantage of Bailey, like in that Elimination Chamber.
She's going to need to
Okay,
turn
that
back
Elimination
not
Chamber
one,
match,
but two of WWE's top female competitors. That's a tall order for
any
anybody.
more things?
Yeah, and these
No, I'm good on that whole scenario. You know, that was just like, if they're gonna, I mean, I don't know if they did show that on Hulu or not, but I'm kind of mad they cut out the match that I wanted to see, and they give us this stuff.
Yeah.
So after that, we got John Cena's promo. Another. Well, I mean, you know, you almost hate to give John Cena props, but another damn good promo from John Cena.
It's amazing. It's amazing. He is really good at promos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you hate him, you can't help but sit there and say, well, damn, the dude can talk.
Even the people that hate him love him. They can't. Nobody can really say that they truly hate John Cena.
Now, sometimes the cheese factor can get pretty wow. But in general, like, especially like lately with the Undertaker thing, it's been pretty like no holds barred. But you know, sometimes it could be really cheesy and corny. But like right now, it's not. It's like legit, some good stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be all worth it when Undertaker comes out. It's gonna be amazing.
I don't necessarily get the Kane thing, you know.
Because they were the Brothers of Destruction.
Well, I mean, I know, I get that. But I don't get the logic behind having Kane come out there. I mean, this is the Undertaker. Why is...
that's true.
I think he's just like defending his brother kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a filler match.
Well, yeah.
For before WrestleMania, he's gonna face his brother, and I think that might even be a window for Undertaker to come out during the match.
Struggling to get upright here. Tough spot to be in at this point.
Because is this upcoming episode of Raw? There's one more, right? There's two episodes before WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, 2 more weeks.
As of right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe Undertaker won't come out during the match with Kane. Maybe something's going to happen with that, and Undertaker's going to come out the following episode. Because I think he'll come out the episode right before WrestleMania. Is what I think. I mean, he could come out on this one. It's possible. But I would think they would wait until the very last episode.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before. There it is.
Yeah, that's about all I got to say about.
She goes to the outside now.
I think she's starting to get worried, Michael.
Wait, hang on a sec.
Incredible.
Wait, hang on. Okay,
And it's Bailey
just like quickly checking it now. Is match sanctioned for next week? Perhaps the answers are just 7 days away. Wait, is it 7 days away?
Would it be cool to see 2v1 Brothers of Destruction versus John Cena? Or do you believe in a Brothers of Destruction return? I don't know if I believe in an Undertaker return, period. I honestly think that he's gonna do this. He's gonna defeat John Cena at WrestleMania, and that's it. I don't think he's gonna sign a contract and stick around for a while. But he might be. I mean, who knows? Stranger things have happened. But I just don't see it happening. I think this is gonna be his official retirement, quote unquote.
Well, like last time he retired, last time he quote unquote retired, he like had like 8 surgeries back to back. So he's not gonna, you know, if anything, not gonna be in there at any kind of high level.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, I think a few rolls here and there.
Okay.
Bliss is keeping a good tempo.
So yeah, so wouldn't we actually like you know just count that match between Undertaker and John Cena retirement match?
She's been looking for.
I don't know.
some strategies hit. I just think like, you know, of course John Cena, he's like he's done it all, right? And wait, I think like the entire like he's never won is the Intercontinental Championship, has he?
And a great shot.
Wait, he's never won the Intercontinental Championship. I just realized that. John Cena, I just realized.
Yeah, John Cena's a Grand Slam champion. He has won the Intercontinental title.
When?
If you think that John Cena is not a Grand Slam champion, then they just let Randy Orton be one before John Cena, you're out of your damn mind.
Well, unfortunately for her,
okay. Yo, is someone like in the chat in the Dat Wrasslin podcast chat right now? Okay, can you actually also John Cena with the Bludgeon Brothers? Why is it like this? Okay.
And she heads to the floor.
Probably looking to take a few deep.
What about just one match of Brothers of Destruction? Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe maybe even John Cena finds a partner to tag up with against the
John Cena and Roman Reigns versus Kane and Undertaker.
That's a WrestleMania main event all day.
Oh my god, hang on, no, he has not actually won the Intercontinental Championship. Who's realized that? He's never won the Intercontinental Championship.
Now back to the ring.
It may have been a different title at the time.
Yeah, well, Sasha is surviving.
Well, they changed the names of titles and stuff like that.
That's kind of true.
Have they always had the Intercontinental title? Like, has that always existed? There could have been a title in its place that he had won, still making him a Grand Slam champion, you know what I mean?
I'm actually just kind of looking at what's it called? What's it called for the Intercontinental tips? Like the title history. I didn't see John Cena's name on that.
Okay. I'm ready to move on if you are.
Yeah, next was The Miz and The Miz Taraj versus the Balor Club. Which, you know, I love The Miz. I could care less about The Miz Taraj. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't like The Miz Taraj.
Miz Taraj is the greatest tag team to ever form. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Have you never watched a tag team wrestling match in your life? You guys are the best.
It could be over here.
They're it. They're the it tag team. You can't disrespect the Miz Taraj.
You think so?
They should be getting the push. They should be facing the bar at WrestleMania.
Oh God.
Not Braun Strowman.
Oh God. John Cena's not a Grand Slam champion, really? Wow, Street.
Yeah, he's not a Grand Slam champion. I just realized he hasn't won the Intercontinental Championship. Told you. Wait, is Cena Ben versus the Brothers of Destruction?
Ben, you like how I just instantly believed Street, but you, I was like, no, no way.
I wasn't gonna call that out, but yeah.
Keep your eye on this one.
Okay.
You just instantly believed it.
Yeah.
WWE with VR coming to a home near you.
So yeah, Balor Club and The Miz. It was a good match, in my opinion. I liked it.
That's how you do it, folks.
Me too. I think it's a cool little mix of groups, little feud type thing.
Yep.
Balor Club, Miz Taraj.
I just realized something.
I'm
not gonna say it.
The boss is giving some,
and she's trying to flip the script here.
Easier said than
And I definitely think, speaking of Miz, I definitely think that the biggest thing that needs to happen with The Miz moving forward is a really good feud with Daniel Bryan.
That would be.
That's what I was saying. That's what I mean. I was talking to my girlfriend about that after we watched the episodes, Raw and SmackDown. After we watched both, I was telling her it would be really, really awesome to see a feud between the two of those. Because as soon as well, I don't want to talk about what happened on SmackDown, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
it's
can see that being great.
after all that stuff on Talking Smack and everything, you know, you just got to. They've got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I think we've probably been kind of pushing through these a little faster than normal, but I think a lot of that was to get to this part right here, which was Ultimate Deletion.
The Ultimate Deletion match, which
this was terribly great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was good.
I mean, bad in the best way.
Remember that as this match goes on.
It was so bad I could watch it over and over and over. And still laugh.
It was good in the way that the room is good. Or, you know, things like that. You know, it was good in those ways.
Like cheesy horror movie kind of way.
Yeah.
Oh. You also line up. Oh my, I don't really care.
Incredible. There was a lot of
it was good like Leprechaun in the Hood.
Man, she is dialed in
tonight. Exactly.
You know.
Oh, God.
And again. And look at the margin.
But I think it's just awesome because you know, even growing up, like the Hardy Boys, then and now will always be my favorite tag team. Nobody's ever gonna top them for me.
Yeah, they're mine as well.
I just love the fact, like a lot of people say that they don't like the local Matt Hardy thing. They prefer Matt Hardy to just be Matt Hardy. But I'm glad that the WWE gave him the chance to switch up his character, do something new, and people love it. I love that he's getting attention. Because like we talked about last week, Jeff Hardy's always outshined him. He's always, he's been a top guy, he's been a world champion, not even just in the WWE. I love seeing Matt getting his own shine. I think he deserves it. And it's entertaining and it's cool. And think about, you're the only guy in the WWE where they're filming a wrestling match in your yard, at your house,
That's like
with your wife and kids right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool as shit. Who else gets the opportunity?
Okay, yeah, I might have to actually, yeah, I think I do have like a, no, I'm not going to say the thing I was about to say.
Okay.
I am not about to just announce that like I do kind of like Rebby's outfit, Rebby Hardy's outfit that she's wearing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm just saying right now. Yeah, it was kind of good. It was kind of, yeah, I'm not gonna be like absolute sexist. I'm not being sexist.
I know, so we're gonna move on here.
That's what I mean, you know, like what I'm talking about.
My thing about it is how
the mind of Ben is for later, another stream, another time.
How was this the main event of Raw and they left it off of Hulu?
Yep.
It's the last match.
Yeah, that match.
It was literally the main event.
Oh, yeah.
We had to disrespectful.
I think that's a work. I think they were trying to create some animosity between, because you know he went on Twitter and addressed the Michael Cole part, you know, so.
And she comes up
Did he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said he would delete Michael Cole. He said, you know, all the. I saw you know, spouting that.
He said it about Vince McMahon as well.
Yeah, he said he would delete Vince McMahon, so that's how you get a push.
He's the next to go into the lake of reincarnation.
Wait, what did Vince McMahon then actually turn into after? If Vince McMahon actually went into like reincarnation, what did he turn into?
I don't know.
Well, what is Bray Wyatt gonna turn into?
You know, probably like Husky Harris. I don't really know. Yeah, but they did kind of actually like, whatever.
True, Hulu is shit.
Oh, yeah, because Hulu is shit. That's kind of like what I was about to say.
No, just wrestling on Hulu is shit. Hulu's good. It's just the wrestling on Hulu.
It's okay.
I like Hulu.
Hang on. I think I know who it is. I'm not going to say it. I know who taking part in this. I'm not going to frickin' say it yet.
Ben, did you have a theory on what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt?
I don't know.
Well, he said Husky Harris.
I know Husky Harris. That's what I'm actually saying.
There's two things that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Harris?
That's who he was in another promotion.
In NXT, which it did awful.
Then I don't see that returning.
But no,
Street asked, "Do we believe Bray will join Matt, or would Bray come back as Sister Abigail?"
That's one of the things that's I don't want to see him come back as Sister Abigail, some kind of transgender.
After the stream, I think I'm gonna look that up because I've never seen it the first time it happened.
This kind of goes off topic because it kind of goes into the rumors thing, whatever. But recently, somebody asked John Cena about a transgender wrestler, if that would be possible, and he said with the right story. So my thing is, why are they even bringing this up unless they're about to do it?
Oh,
you know, so
we're gonna start it with Bray.
Who knows? Maybe for the story.
Gonna get a full-blown sex change for.
I highly doubt. I don't think JoJo would go along with that.
Oh, hey, spilling the beans.
So
I hope Bray Wyatt's wife isn't watching right now.
Hopefully she's not. Is she watching?
They're already getting a divorce for this, so I'm pretty sure that she knows.
Oh, just throw salt in the wound.
But yeah, I think it'll either be that or one thing Broken Bray is obviously a possibility. But one of the things I would like to see, and it's probably kind of out there, but is him come as Bo Rotunda, or not Bo Rotunda, but Bray Rotunda, or whatever his first name really is, and then him and his brother team up, Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt. You've never seen them together ever, and they're freaking brothers.
Can we just take a moment? I'm dying here. Boss Gamer just said Bray Bella, and I can't get these images. I can't get the image out of my head. Oh, the reference. I just see Bray with like jet black hair
and fake tits.
I'm done. I think we need to move on quickly.
Yeah, and that would be moving on into SmackDown, which was I definitely think SmackDown had Raw beat by a mile this week.
Oh yeah,
all Raw had was
Daniel Bryan back in the ring. It's a wrap.
All Raw had was freaking the Ultimate Deletion, but SmackDown had Daniel Bryan's return, and the address was almost as emotional as his retirement. You know.
Yep.
Like there's very few times in wrestling that you see that much emotion from the whole crowd. Like you could feel like the air get sucked out of the arena the day he retired. And you could it was almost the exact opposite, you know, when he got cleared, you know, like the excitement was as intense as that, you know, whatever it was when he retired. It wasn't excitement, I know that.
And Daniel almost cried a few. Oh my god.
Yeah, he did. He got choked up quite a few times, especially whenever he was talking about.
Every time he talked about his wife, it kind of made me think he's either really, really in love with him or he's really trying to suck up.
I think he's really in love with him.
Yeah, I know.
And I know this because my girlfriend watches their TV show. So I see the behind the scenes. I watch the TV show sometimes as well because she watches it.
You know, I'm a kind of a manly man as far as stuff like that goes. I don't generally show emotion and stuff, so that wouldn't be the time that I would be about to cry. I hate my old lady probably wouldn't want to hear this podcast, so.
Oh god.
Like, oh, you don't feel that way about me? It's like, well, no, not that. I'm just not gonna go crying every time I say, and she did.
A couple of tears, come on. Just a couple of tears. You can do it.
Oh my god.
Maybe. Let me see. Let's go ahead and It's Sami Zayn.
I like to refer to myself as a manly guy as well, but I got a little bit of an emotional side. I can feel the love in the ring as he talks about his wife.
The painful.
It was definitely.
Soft side.
Huh?
Street. Hang on.
Well, Daniel loved wrestling. It was his dream, and when he found out he couldn't wrestle, Bree was there for him to support him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we know. I mean, I know. I'm probably just an asshole.
And I'm sorry, I didn't know that was in question.
Oh. Okay, guys, never mind. Apparently, I am an asshole. Yeah.
Your 2K know it, Daniel Bryan. Okay, that's why they put him in the game. Yep. Okay.
Right, they put him as an active superstar and everything. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, and they took Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn off. But I'm jumping ahead there. We gotta quit talking about rosters.
Okay, we can move on because we'll cover the Daniel Bryan stuff again.
Oh yeah, we will.
At the end.
Yeah, that was a great moment. But that led us into Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day, which you know doesn't matter how you look at it. It's good for both people. It's exposure for Rusev, and it's makes Shinsuke look strong going into WrestleMania. Which
agreed. Yo. Okay, so twice they have actually buried Rusev. First it was at Fastlane, and now it was like on SmackDown. I don't know why they're doing this to Rusev. I don't know why.
Well, no, it's not. They're not burying Rusev. They're putting a little bit of a spotlight on him and giving him. It might seem like he's losing a lot, but he's getting airtime that he wasn't getting before.
I think losing to a major superstar is more of a push than beating somebody who's a very low card.
Exactly. I hate squash matches. I really hate squash matches. Even if you're trying to book a monster, you know, have him fight against somebody that's
monster look weak. It makes him look stupid to me.
That's one of the things that in NXT I did not agree with Lars, his booking at first, because that's all they did was put him up against just nobodies.
And the tag team thing they did with Lars Sullivan when he kept
beating up his tag team partners. Yeah, that was more interesting than him just having squash matches. But he was having squash matches against his own partner. So you know. My whole thing is that whole time, you know, when they're doing squash matches, they could put, you know, the whole time they're doing that, the whole time I'm thinking, well, what if it was Kane? What if it was Big Show? What if it was Undertaker? You know, this wouldn't be happening and we wouldn't care about this guy.
True.
Sorry if
But that had really nothing to do with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day. It was a good match. It had the result that we expected. So no problems from me from that match. I liked it. I like Shinsuke. I like Rusev. I'm good. What about you, Ben? Soul?
I'm good. I'm just excited for this Shinsuke AJ match.
I can't wait either.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I don't think it's gonna be the best match of WrestleMania, but I think it's gonna be up there.
And so it begins.
I think the best match of WrestleMania is obviously going to be whoever Daniel Bryan ends up actually facing. Which, you know, it'll probably be Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. but
I think so too.
you got Daniel Bryan, who's it's his comeback match, so it's gonna be that. Then you got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who as a team are pretty amazing.
Well, if you want, we can talk about this at the end because we're kind of skipping to the last part.
I freaking hate. Okay, can I say so right now? This. I really just hate Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just attacking this.
Oh yeah, we are skipping ahead. We missed Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin.
Let me tell you, when I was pissed off, I was pissed off.
No, you loved this match, didn't you?
I don't get angry. I don't get angry like super easily. You know, I mean, I got kind of a short temper, but this match made me like rage. I like Ty Dillinger so much. He has such a cool theme around him, and he's actually a good wrestler, and people like him, and he's just got everything going for him, and they just keep misusing him, and it drives me insane. And then have him lose to Baron Corbin for what? It did no good for Baron Corbin to beat him.
Sure it did.
It did no good for him at all. What, make people hate him even more?
He's stalking his opponent from the top.
Is that what they want? Do they want people to legitimately hate Baron Corbin the way that I do?
And he misses the
well, I guess Bleacher Report does have one point, you know. Dillinger's been so mismanaged and underutilized that a win over him means nothing.
Well, see, that's just like downgrading Ty Dillinger. But
I know
that's not Bleacher Report's fault. It's the WWE's fault.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying that they put it pretty. They put it pretty good. That's what they've done is they've made Ty Dillinger. There's no point. They made him less than a jobber.
And it's ridiculous.
Daniel Bryan using his
they could have just left him in NXT if they weren't going to actually do something with him.
Yeah, why promote him at all?
Just have him lose to somebody like Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin? Why would you make him lose to Baron Corbin? It's stupid.
Exactly.
So
we can just move on from that, so we don't get.
No. Let's dwell on it a little bit longer. So we had. So Baron Corbin was obviously dominant the whole match. Okay. Moving on.
My stomach just started hurting. Like I feel like someone stabbed me in the gut.
All right, Charlotte Flair and Natalya. I like Charlotte, you know, because she can really wrestle compared to anyone else on the roster. She can really wrestle.
It's hard to win
matches when you can't breathe. I don't know who likes Natalya, but I guess that's her shtick. You know, that's kind of her thing, is to be unliked. So, as far as matches go, they're two of the best wrestlers on the roster as far as women wrestlers go. So, it was a good match. It really was. And the Carmella angle, I didn't see coming. And I thought the way that the storyline went was great. How she failed, but Natalya wins. And she still gets to keep her briefcase.
Has love Natalya. That's true.
There are two other guys in there.
Well, we got Street saying some stuff over here.
These two guys are going to tear him
a little bit of stuff.
Ty got buried bad. He likes Ty as well, and would have hoped to see him go further. Okay, yeah, I definitely agree.
What I put in the chat right now? Yeah, did you see what I actually put in the chat right now? I said, I just said, damn, I have hot chips near me.
How could Sami Zayn just dig
I'm
deeper
currently
right now
eating
and
my
find his
mom
way out of this one? We're all going to find out what he's made of
when I
here
should
in
not
this
be. I
triple
was
threat
right
match.
now. I'm just very hungry. Not my fault. Not my fault. I'm very hungry.
I guess that's not
It is your fault, Ben. You got to feed yourself.
Whenever he wants.
Okay.
So what were we talking about?
Natalya and Charlotte.
I guess Natalya could wrestle. I don't know. I really don't like her. Personally, I think she has a terrible. Not even just her gimmick. Well, her gimmick right now is like terrible. Like, it's super annoying. I can't stand when she talks. But I don't like her outside of her gimmick either. Like, backstage, like who she really is.
Yeah, you don't like her as a person.
Yeah, she's really preppy and it's annoying and weird. And I don't know. I don't care for her at all.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like Natalya.
It makes it impossible to like her in the WWE when I don't like her outside of it.
Right? I can definitely agree with how you feel about Natalya.
I was gonna say she's like a female Baron Corbin to me, but I don't dislike her even that much.
Right. It's not that bad.
Too far.
Okay, so
I agree. Natalya's face is better. Yeah, she was pretty okay as a face.
For good measure. He needs to capitalize on
yeah, I guess.
She's okay.
But
she wasn't as annoying. I still didn't like her, but
he's too quick for him there.
I don't like. She hasn't had. Yeah, I just don't like her.
Cameron said, but she hot.
Is she?
She's like okay. I think her like
a 7
makes her unattractive. She has like her jaw's big. Like I don't know. It's like a manly lower face. If that makes sense.
Nice job breaking out of that one. But there's plenty.
Oh yeah, and I actually just realized this right now. Yeah, she's actually. Oh, Tyson Kidd. Yeah, that's right. I just realized Tyson Kidd is her husband. I probably just meant. Did I just almost nearly just call Tyson Kidd her wife? I almost didn't just.
Maybe Tyson Kidd's gonna come back as the first transgender wrestler, and he's gonna get bossed around by Natalya.
Well, do you have anything to say about Natalya and Charlotte, Ben?
She's like, can we please be past this?
I've just got nothing positive anymore. Just like, nah, I'm just really just eating, eat my backstage.
We can move on. If you're ready.
Okay, so that leads us into.
If you're ready.
Jimmy Uso and Harper.
This match threw me for a huge surprise, man.
How so?
I did not expect them to allow a Bludgeon Brother to defeat an Uso. I was in shock. I did not see that happening.
With how they've been booked, that's like the.
I didn't see them getting that kind of a push. I did not expect.
Yeah, they've been. They're going to WrestleMania. They're getting a push, and they've got to look super strong so that when either the Usos or the New Day wins, it's that much more important. It's like, wow, they really had to do something to overcome the Bludgeon Brothers. They're literally going to have to team up.
Yep, they're going to have to. So, hang up. Kevin Owens just like this is my revenge for frickin' Sami Zayn. Kick me in the mouth.
And here's what this is all going to lead to, I think. They're going to defeat the Bludgeon Brothers in either the New Day or the Usos are going to win. And the Bludgeon Brothers are going to get drafted to whatever brand Braun Strowman and his tag team partner are on. And that's when we're going to get Braun Strowman and his tag team partner versus the other two members of the Wyatt family. And I think that's going to be a crazy, awesome monsters versus, yeah.
What if my original theory is right? What if Bray Wyatt comes back to be Braun Strowman's partner for WrestleMania? And it's not Elias.
That could be a possibility.
And then they kind of bring back the Wyatt family, but in a more of a face kind of way. You know, because Braun Strowman's not a full-on baby face. He's still the monster amongst men, but people love him. So he's kind of like a neutral kind of character. So maybe they can bring back the Wyatt family in that kind of a way. Maybe, I don't know, something like it. You know, I don't know.
And once again, we see a return.
I still see what I'm predicting, or well, I guess what as a fan. The fan side of me is hoping for I just imagine in my mind seeing Elias at WrestleMania in the ring doing his little music segment and talking about, singing a song, making fun of New Orleans, and then Batista's music hitting, and we have a Batista Elias feud. That's what I'm hoping for as a fan. There's no rumors or people talking about that I know of, but it's just something that I came up with.
You want to see a Batista and Elias feud?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I don't know. They have like a similar build and in-ring style. I don't know. They're both big guys.
I think the best feud for Elias right now would be Jeff Jarrett.
Anything left, Michael?
Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
Isn't he too old to come back?
Maybe not. But are you ever too old to come back? And he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. It's basically a gimmick. Basically, what it would be Jeff Jarrett passing the torch for that gimmick to Elias and giving him that validation in the old star.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it would give those old school fans who are like, wrestling nowadays sucks. It'd be like a passing of the torch.
I agree. That's a cool theory too.
Wait, hang
I
on.
wouldn't be disappointed.
I heard Big Show's coming back.
Sami Zayn with the offense.
Well, he never left. He just got, quote unquote injured.
Street's doing at the moment. Yeah, he's doing what like Street's doing at the moment. Taking a hiatus. Sorry, sorry if I actually just put in that word, but it's not. I just had to say it. Don't blame me for saying this.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will. That might be the end of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, is that like the correct term? Like I should use that for?
Down he goes.
What is it?
Okay, yeah, Okay,
He's still down after that one.
Okay, yeah, I like the thing like what I actually said about Street, right? About like the hiatus. Yeah, that's what I actually meant. Yeah, and now I'm actually apologizing to Street for actually saying about that because. Yeah, I'm just so focused like on this freaking Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Like business that apparently is now happening on SmackDown. I just can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, what about the?
One more person, tell me about.
I think we can move on, and after we finish SmackDown, we can talk WrestleMania theories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think NXT was good, but it was mostly that tag team classic stuff. So. We can talk more about it after the results. No, there wasn't nothing real big there. The Johnny Gargano thing a little bit, but it's, predictable. So that Jinder Mahal promo, I hate Jinder Mahal. I'm not going to be shy about it.
Same here. It just makes me sick.
Anything he's involved in is automatically less, in my opinion. Like, if he was in a 5-star match, that match just automatically became a 4-star match.
Here we go, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, because he was a part of it. So, I like Randy Orton and I like Bobby Roode. They're two of my favorites right now. Randy Orton will probably always be one of my favorites. I didn't care for him when he first came out, but I really grew to appreciate him. So, yeah, fuck Jinder Mahal. If anybody wants to talk about his promo, you can, obviously. But I'm good.
I'm good. I don't have anything to say on the matter. I just really hope that Randy Orton retains the title. I just really hope we never see another Jinder Mahal championship reign ever again in our lives.
Well, he's gonna get one, and we know that.
No, let's not be pessimistic here. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, so.
And muted his mic.
No, I didn't mean. That leads into another thing I don't really care for, and that's the Riot Squad. I don't care for anything they do, and I don't care for thrown together women's tag teams. We've seen every combination of women's tag teams that there are on SmackDown. We've seen every combination of every possible fight between every woman on SmackDown.
Exactly. That's why I was saying they need a really interesting superstar shakeup with the women.
Well, the whole factions thing would have been okay if the whole, like, all 6 of them, Riot Squad and Absolution, were one solid faction, and they invaded as a whole, like, as a team, and, like, Paige was running the whole thing, and Ruby Riott was, like, her right-hand woman.
They could have invaded on both shows together.
Yes, that would have been epic. That would have been great.
Instead of the same bullshit on both shows with different women.
I would have probably still been excited about it.
Yeah, it would probably still be cool and relevant right now.
Yeah. Now we're all just sick and tired of all of this. You know, Ruby Riott, I guess, is a good wrestler, and she's got fans who appreciate her for, like, that underdog type status. I think she would make a good partner for Sami Zayn in, like, mixed tags. They have to me they're very similar, like not necessarily as far as wrestling or how they look, but like the music and their entrance songs and like the plaid, and I don't know, for some reason
maybe
I see them being a mixed tag, because apparently that's going to be a thing now.
Yep. Okay.
So, but do you have anything? I don't know, but the Facebook thing's not doing very well. But I don't know how it's doing on the network. It's not doing well on Facebook, but it may be doing just fine on the network. So yeah, Ruby Riott, Riot Squad, Naomi and Becky Lynch. Again, it was a match. That's all I can really say about it.
Yeah.
Anybody have something to say about Ruby Riott's Riot Squad versus another thrown together women's tag team?
No, I'm just
opportunities.
Oh, every opportunity they have. That seems to be the way it goes. That's just what they do, is ruin everything they've got.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, yeah, and of course, like this next subject, I'm not. I don't really don't want to talk about this next one.
So the last thing on SmackDown, probably one of the craziest things, was.
Can I say something now?
Go ahead.
This pissed me off.
This pissed you off?
This thing so much pissed me off because I was about to just grab my TV and just bloody destroy it, because okay, so this was supposed to be Daniel Bryan's big return to the thing, and then okay, so yes, I think like this could actually escalate. What I've actually been hearing, because like, sorry for actually burping right now. Yeah, do you think like this could actually be like setting up for like a little bit of tag match between Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? I don't know what this could end up like.
Well, this was what had this was what had to happen, Ben. I mean, this was nothing goes the way it's supposed to go in wrestling. The great sweet moments are always going to be destroyed. That's how it works. Just to build up the emotion so that you're emotionally invested for WrestleMania. He's got to get his revenge, you know, all that kind of stuff.
I think everything about this was played out perfectly.
Exactly.
Because you're 100% right about they had to do what they did for the emotional part. But I love the fact that at the beginning of the show they gave Daniel Bryan his time to speak. Just be
you got
Daniel
the best
Bryan
of both of
and
it.
Talk from his heart and say what he wanted to say.
You rarely get that.
Yeah, they gave him that respect because he's Daniel Bryan. And then at the end of the show, we got to see the things turn terribly wrong, and they spoiled his moment, kind of thing, at the end of the show.
Right.
So I think the way they wrote it, the way they played it out was pretty great, and I love seeing Daniel Bryan come back to action.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Okay.
And getting beat up by Sami and Kevin, I love what they're doing with Sami and Kevin. They're really, really good heels. They're beating the shit out of Daniel Bryan. That's a huge push in my eyes. What could you do in the WWE right now today that would make you more hated than beating up Daniel Bryan? He's the most loved guy.
Right. The whole crowd went nuts.
Because everybody in the crowd wanted to beat up Kevin and Sami. And that's what you should do as a heel.
Me too. I should want to go beat the shit.
So I actually think that was incredible writing for Kevin and Sami.
Yeah.
I think whatever happens at WrestleMania is a huge push for both of them as well.
Yeah,
obviously.
Thumbs up on all ends from me about the whole booking of that. That's one of the reasons I really think 100% that they did it this way because I believe that Daniel Bryan's known he was cleared. But they wanted to draw it out, make it a big part of the storyline, and then have it be a big WrestleMania moment. Because this WrestleMania doesn't look good. Besides,
you don't think so?
Besides AJ and Shinsuke, what else is on that card? You've got Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, the match no one gives a fuck about. No one wants to see that. You've got a Jinder Mahal match.
Lesnar, so I'm indifferent on this one because I'm the one oddball that actually really likes Brock Lesnar.
Well, but you see the argument. Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and the fans of Brock Lesnar don't want to see the match that's going to happen at WrestleMania. The fans of Roman Reigns, well, they probably do, but there's so many Roman Reigns haters that
I like Roman Reigns too.
I do too. I don't hate Roman Reigns, but I understand the hate behind Roman Reigns. I don't understand. Well, I don't understand how so many wrestling people love Brock Lesnar when he has no respect for the business.
Making his way to the ring.
Look at him go.
I just looked up.
Wow. This is the Soulamazin character that I actually created, like, during...
Is that what you look like when you're going to work, Saul? When you're walking in the doors?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, did you guys actually see what I put on the back? I put the YouTube logo on the back.
I don't care about how good you look.
Just make it a
If you
little
don't
more
have it
professional.
upstairs, you're
It's
simply
got
not going to succeed.
the gold chains. The gold chain is back in town. Soulamazin. Oh god.
So you wear a lot of gold chains there?
I like it.
A lot of jewelry?
I might need to start to.
Yeah, so yeah, did you actually like actually see the what's it called? The headphones that like I put on the character. Yeah, I just found those things. I was like,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'll put on that. Your Sheep's character will win. Yeah, I think WrestleMania will be okay.
Spectacular. Yeah, especially considering what a victory.
Oh god, that looks uglier than it did in the picture. That does not look like Raven.
Wait, what?
Like the little picture thing looked great, but like this part doesn't.
Oh, here we go.
There he goes.
Looks like Ben Rivers after 3 gallons iced coffee.
So yeah.
Actually, no, it was a 1.25 liter iced coffee. Thank you.
I think that they literally they covered up the news on the Daniel Bryan clearance so that they could make it a bigger draw for WrestleMania. Like everyone would be talking about it 2 weeks before WrestleMania. Like if Daniel Bryan was cleared 3 months ago, less people would be like, "Oh, I have to see that," because they would have been hearing about it for 3 months. But now that it's just happened, oh my God, Daniel Bryan's going to wrestle, and it's going to be at WrestleMania. Oh my God, no way. How else would this have worked out if, what was it going to be? Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? There was no other way for it to play out. So they had to know. They just had to. They were like, no, we're gonna hold this. And
nope, don't come after me. Raven, support me. Raven, look after me, please. Damn it, Raven. Okay, which one? Okay, quick question. Okay, which is Soul? Wait, Soul, you've been working out.
I'm Shane.
Nice job by Shane McMahon.
So you've been working out?
Definitely. Oh my God. Okay, Boss Gilboa, he just said something a little
here. He can't rest on his laurels here.
Somebody's character looks like a guy from...
just as much as he does. I hate to say it, but if he doesn't change his
okay, so, yeah,
guys are gonna tear him limb from
I didn't know anybody had seen that, my bad.
Did anyone actually witness that? I don't know. Yeah, because I did actually, because I did put the YouTube logo on the back, which actually made it a little bit more professional.
No, I'm talking about Boss Gamer found that video.
Somebody leaked that video.
Somebody leaked it. I was gonna make millions off of that.
Oh, I think this man means business.
What, that leaked video when that Wrasslin podcast did a Fortnite stream?
No. I'm referring to his joke in the comments.
It for the second time now.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can't read it, and I've got other stuff up, and it's hard to bounce back and forth.
Amazing elevation on that.
He said, Soulamazin character looks like a guy from a porn movie.
Wait, which porn movie is he talking about? That's all actually I want to know.
Yeah, a very specific one, man.
It's the lady with the guy, the girl, the thing.
He's got a very specific porn star in mind, I'm sure.
No, I don't. I don't usually have that in my mind. Don't worry, you'll.
Not usually. just every once in a blue moon.
Hey.
Stopping him now.
Okay, so what rumors have we got? What's on the plate as far as rumors
go?
We
haven't spoke about the return of Big Cass has been cleared.
Big Ass.
Yep.
I could literally. I don't like Big Cass. I think his promos were crap. His wrestling was crap. He was good with Enzo because he was Enzo's muscle. He needs another similar role.
They broke up.
He needs another similar role, if anything. He's not going to be a...
My goodness, nice. Okay, Ryback. He might be making his possible return to WWE. Does anyone know Ryback?
No, Ryback said nobody's had any talks. He didn't... in the interview that he gave, he said that one day, maybe, and he's not ruling it out. But he said he's still got to get his body right.
Yeah.
No, one thing that I know... No, who'd you say, Ben? You just threw me off with the Enzo. Ryback. Ryback gave an interview talking about how he was, proud of, glad for certain people and talking about Kane and stuff like that. And, talked about the possibility of returning to WWE, and he said maybe someday.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
But Ryback's not an important enough character for me to really be concerned about him making a big return. I didn't. I guess I came in late on the Ryback part.
Me too. I don't think I even seen him. I was watching.
I saw a little bit of it right before he retired.
Okay,
You know,
I'm not. Yeah.
I wasn't that interested. I never got to see him used in a good angle. So,
Okay, can I just say something?
Yeah,
okay,
go
I need to
ahead.
address something now.
Okay, make sure you write it in the upper left-hand corner of the envelope.
Yeah, it's just what Bosco Bola said. Ben, why would you delete this Fortnite stream with beer?
Cheap version of Batista. That's what I get from looking at him.
Now,
Look out!
Okay, let's actually also look at some other more information. Oh, okay, I did kind of put like something about the Bray Wyatt change. Tuesday WWE live event. I did put it in the Discord.
That's what they're gonna call it? The change?
Yeah, look in Discord and you'll find it. Also, there's a wrestling
Did you?
Okay, let me actually also ask the fans this. Okay. Has anyone heard of a freaking...
Driven back down to the
Has
mat
anyone
with unbelievable power. He's not looking good here, Byron. No, he's got
heard
to get
of
up, and he's got to get
Progress
up
Wrestling?
now.
okay, so there might be 2 more people coming to WWE. I don't know if these names mean anything to anyone else, but Garza Jr. and Ultimo Ninja.
And if he doesn't get up, it's going to get a lot tougher. Just look at this man.
Impact Wrestling. They're from Impact. They've apparently been offered contracts if they pass their medicals.
That's true. Yeah,
so
this
that's
a podcast
more top.
I wonder why it's just the 2 of them. Aren't they a part of a big faction?
I don't know. I haven't really watched or followed Impact.
Faction. I look at their roster every once in a blue moon. I'll go on their website and just see who's competing, who's champions. Austin Aries is actually a champion there at the moment.
Let me
He won the main title.
TNA Impact. I need to check this.
I look into. I don't watch it. I just look up on their website, see what's going on.
Okay, so the roster. Okay, who the hell's Michael Hutter? Is that? Oh, that's EC3. Who cares anyway about EC3 if it comes to WWE? I know Ricochet will be making his debut, and probably next couple of days. I don't really know. I'm kind of confused. But okay.
Okay, so here's a rumor. What about this Hulk Hogan return?
Oh yes, let's. Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's a big one. So apparently, WWE's starting to make public statements and talk about they're having talks. So that's obviously code for get ready. The shit's about to go down. Because I'm pretty sure that it's either going to be at WrestleMania or something like that, or maybe he does somebody's induction in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. But
so some of the...
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I'll let you actually finish that, like the thing that you were about to say. I'm just like looking at the roster at the moment. That's all I was supposed to.
So yeah, Hulk Hogan. Any thoughts on this? Soul?
I don't know.
Too soon? Too late? Not soon enough?
I would say not soon enough. I think they should have just.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
If they're gonna let him come, they should have already. I think at his age, what can he really come back and do? I mean, he can make an appearance without getting too physical, I guess, but...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, Honky
You know what I think they're going to do? Because it's about time. He's going to be GM of Raw.
That's interesting. No, not Raw, SmackDown.
Because Kurt Angle's going to get fired.
For what?
You don't fight Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and keep your job.
Okay, if they actually do
Ronda
cheat,
will.
yeah, I know Ronda Rousey will probably.
Well, of course Ronda will, but it won't work that way for Kurt. You know they're gonna fire him. He'll go on to maybe SmackDown or something like that. He'll still have a role in the company. He's gonna go to being a full-time father to Jason Jordan.
Oh, well, that's a very good promotion.
Exactly. He's been kind of a deadbeat dad so far.
But no, I see. Maybe in the Superstar Shakeup he becomes a SmackDown GM, and then Hulk Hogan could be the Raw GM. That would be pretty interesting. And then they could do like a one-time, like maybe next WrestleMania, like Hulk Hogan versus Kurt Angle, battle of the GMs, the one-time match for Hulk Hogan. Oh, I'm just throwing stuff out there at this point.
Hulk Hogan versus Kurt Angle would be pretty good to watch, I think, even as old guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just like a little confused on this situation.
What else is new, Ben?
Okay. Yeah, do you remember Josh Matthews from WWE, right? You know, Impact Wrestling? I don't know either. Who the fuck? So, Josh Matthews, apparently he's Grand Champion. When did he become Grand Champion? That's so... Oh, no, I'm not.
On Impact, on TNA.
Yeah. When did he become Grand Champion? When?
I don't know, we don't actively watch TNA.
Yeah, we just talk about it sometimes.
Here's a little bit of some new rumors. Next week, it's going to be Austin Aries taking on Matt Sydal. Title versus title on Impact. So
I don't even know who Josh Matthews is.
Yep.
Yeah, just look him up. You'll find out what that is.
There's rumors that AJ Styles is injured.
There's also rumors that AJ Styles may be turning heel at WrestleMania.
Wait, last year, wasn't it? Oh. Yep, now.
AJ Styles, that kind of a heel turn or face turn for AJ Styles to me is irrelevant. AJ Styles is AJ Styles whether he's a heel or a face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Like when he was a heel and beat up John Cena, he was pretty much the same person he is now. It's just now he's got a few more morals or whatever.
That's true.
You know, now it's a little more corny, like, you know, let's put a good message in there. But really, it's pretty much the same character he was, just a little less cocky.
Austin Aries holds 5 titles from different promos. And soon from Ring of Honor, that's gonna be really good. Okay, guys. Okay, just don't actually ask me like why I picked James Ellsworth. I've kind of grown like a big freaking yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, boss. Yeah, I remember who Josh Matthews is now.
Yeah.
So you're a big fan of Ellsworth now? You're a fanboy?
Yep. After he actually defeated Gilbert, which I did not know he was going to defeat Gilbert.
Yeah, because that's an important footnote in your career. Beat Gilbert.
Oh, God,
it's pretty important if you're James Ellsworth.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's
Other
like
than that, it doesn't matter.
It's like freaking facing freaking what's his name? Yeah, it's like freaking facing what's his name? Goldberg in the bloody main event, but when you're Brock Lesnar, and then you freaking lose in 29 seconds. Wait, I think it was 18. Was it
so
18
Gilbert
seconds?
And James Ellsworth is the equivalent
of Brock Lesnar, Goldberg. So you're saying? So wait, in this scenario, James Ellsworth is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I just said that.
That's amazing. Ben, I think you just I think you just blew everyone's mind.
Hey, let me just see what this says. Austin Aries is doing good since he's gone from WWE.
Did you say Aston?
Austin. Oh wait, did I really just say Aston? I don't know if I did.
It sounded like he did.
Oh god, sorry, Austin
Sounded
Aries.
like it.
I'm not freaking liking it. Yeah, Austin Aries is collecting titles. I will say that's kind of okay.
Yeah, he is.
This is kind of actually like a little bit of a good problem at the moment, right? So Austin Aries, he's getting. Okay, yeah, he's actually getting like all these titles, right? Why has he not actually won a title from WWE yet?
He did. He won the
That's my
cruiserweight
question.
title.
No, he didn't actually. He didn't win the
Didn't
cruiserweight
he? Yeah, he had it for. No, he lost. He kept losing to Neville.
He had it. I thought he did have it for a very
Yeah.
short amount of time.
No, he didn't have it. He didn't have it.
I think he did for like a day or something.
Yeah, I think he won it at a pay-per-view or something and lost it the next night or something
Let me
Yeah.
have a
along those
look at
lines.
this. Let me look at this. And
And
why do I want to make it go straight to the
If anybody in the
WWE.com?
chat can confirm this. Boss
Please,
is
someone
saying he did
What
not.
should we expect
He
from
never
He did
won.
not. He did not,
Lisa.
Lisa.
From what I've been told, he's been
Now, let's
really
look at this.
concentrating on
Did he
getting
win the
the
cruiserweight
advantage
champion?
early. But of course, that's easier said than done.
Okay, I'll take your word
Nope.
for it.
You didn't? See, told you he never won it. Yeah, and of course we got Sad Toby. Okay, here comes Sad Toby.
Okay, so we've got the greatest Royal Rumble in what, Saudi Arabia?
Yep.
On April
What is that?
27th. April 27th, 2 weeks after WrestleMania. A greatest Royal
Is that-
Rumble.
What day is that on?
I can't remember, but here in the States it's going to be like 3 p.m.
Oh, it's a Friday and I'm off that day.
Yeah, it'll be like 3 p.m. for us.
Is it going to be aired live?
I think it'll be on the net, maybe on the network. They haven't really said. They're kind of keeping it quiet, so we don't really know. But it's a
I really wanna see
50-man
that.
Rumble, so
Everybody's going to be there, dude.
and it's supposed to be every title is supposed to be in contention, except for the Raw Women's and the SmackDown Women's. So Intercontinental, United States, both world title, Universal and WWE
And
title.
different- They're going to have that many matches? I thought it was literally just the Rumble.
No, every title will be defended.
It's like a whole pay-per-view? for the whole
Yes.
show?
So my
I
thoughts
thought it
are
was just the one match.
Sad Toby, can you stop grabbing the nut?
That's crazy.
Oh,
Different type of focus to punish an opponent
Wow.
like this.
oh god.
so I really think that this is supposed to be like gonna be like their international WrestleMania. I think that's what they're trying to do, like an Olympics version, you know, like their version of the Olympics. Like something big that they can do every year in some random country, and then they make the random country bid for it, and it'll be a whole big deal. So every year they'll have the international WrestleMania.
It's pretty cool, though.
Sorry about this, I have to like do this. I'm sorry, Legend Brother. I'm so sorry, I'm just gonna do this, so yeah.
I'm so
Why
sorry,
does
we're
this
going
guy
to have to do a
not
little bit of
have why does this guy not have like a freaking what's his name called? Nope, he doesn't even have it right now. Jesus, are you dumb, Ellsworth?
Yes.
Actually, like remember, yeah, like a man with two hands does actually have a fighting chance in this. Okay, Sad Toby, can you stop grabbing each like people's nuts? Sorry, if I like I'm PG right now.
Sorry for him and he didn't care for it. My Austin Aries.
Yo, on PG right now, on PG. Sorry if I been going like a little on PG right now. That's okay.
But see, any other crazy rumors going around? Big returns rumored, or Samoa Joe is supposedly healthy. They're just waiting on a storyline for him. He's ready to return, but it won't happen until probably after WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah.
I think it'll happen at Wrestle. I think he'll come out at WrestleMania and like
Should we
attack somebody.
Yeah, like some different rumors.
Not where he wants to be right now.
To the whole 3 people that are in here, Ben?
Yeah.
Because one of them's you.
And it's reversed.
One of them's Street. We got Boss Gamer.
Looking to catch him off guard.
Fucking, excuse me, I broke that up.
I think Boston
You dumb
on
mechanic.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their opponent. A move like that says it all.
And a quick overhand punch. Comes up.
What other rumors are there? I can't really,
He clearly did his homework heading into tonight.
Big Cass return. We talked about that earlier.
yeah, it's like, no, I don't think anybody really cares about Big Cass's return.
This triple threat match are starting to dwindle. This triple
I
threat
mean,
match
he doesn't have anybody to feud with. I wouldn't know what to do with him.
Hang on a second. Okay, here we go. Bobby Lashley set to return to WWE after WrestleMania 34.
If he doesn't get up, it's going to get a lot tougher.
It'll be at WrestleMania as well. I feel like if they say after, it's gonna be at.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Counter
The
here.
Bionic Elmo didn't.
Ain't no
Did I
stopping
really
him
just
now.
say Elmo? I just said Elmo in that
He kicks
situation.
him right in the gut.
Do you guys think Roman's gonna be
There's a very real
the
chance he
one
might not be able
to knock
recover
off
from
Brock
this.
and win the title at WrestleMania? Or do you think they'll surprise us and Brock will actually win and they're gonna push somebody else to be the one?
Well, do you think Brock, that all depends on if Brock's staying in WWE.
He's fighting
True.
back here. I expected nothing.
Okay.
I feel like if
Can I
Roman
say
wins, we can pretty much bet Brock is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know, like he will be going to UFC. I know that. What the hell's this position?
I don't know, maybe it's all just another way to build Brock up again even more than he already is. If they're being so public about him not caring about the fans, not caring about the company, even Vince McMahon is on screen saying it, I don't think that they would really go that far to put it out there like that, especially Vince saying it for a storyline if he was really leaving. Because he should, if it was real, then Vince should really do something about it behind the scenes. Brock should really be punished if he's not showing up to the arena. He would just terminate his ass. Like, I don't think there's any kind of... They don't really give you those chances in the WWE. Like, if you just blatantly don't show up for 3 weeks, you're probably getting fired. Like,
That's definitely true. Okay, also, can we talk about this Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes match?
He's still down, Byron.
Sure.
Definitely aren't looking very good for him right now.
Wait, yeah, I know, I like the match.
nobody wants to see Alberto return. I don't want to see that. Lame.
Yeah, but can Xavier Woods versus El Patron win against Page? Nope, I hate that match already.
I don't want to see anyone from TNA come to the WWE. I don't like anybody in TNA, so I can't watch it.
Wow. Okay, so you're even actually like saying EC3, Ricochet.
They're not in
I
TNA.
can't.
Like, you got EC3, he was...
They're not in TNA, but he's not now. You didn't... You got to pay attention to the language in which we've all agreed upon.
Well, I can say I don't really. I haven't watched TNA in forever, but I'm saying, like, for me personally, like, the last time I looked at the roster for TNA, I can't think of anyone on there I'd be excited to see come to the WWE.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm not actively watching it. I don't really. If you're not actively watching it week to week, you can't really have an opinion.
You're right. I agree.
You want to think stuff
So
like
that's
that?
just I'm just saying there's no one that I see that I would be excited to see come, but that's not because I'm saying that everyone in DNA is bad.
Yeah.
It's because I don't know if they're good.
True
Okay,
that.
also, there was actually... Wait, Lashley versus Cage? Okay, who the hell's Cage? Is that
See,
Brian
exactly.
Cage?
That's how I feel about, like, everyone
Who the fuck is
TNA.
Cage? Yo, sorry for actually the friggin' buddy going swearing today, but like, who the hell is Brian Cage? I've never seen him wrestle.
I don't think it was in time. Come on, ref.
Like, I think like the only time like I only saw him wrestle was on Lucha Underground. That's all I've seen him wrestle on.
You've never seen him wrestle except for...
Look out here.
freaking like legit on the
So
ground.
you have to wrestle.
These attacks to the core are clearly having an effect here. Cole.
Yeah, but like, I've only seen what's this? Highlights of it. It's okay, like the highlights, it's good, but the freaking it just doesn't. Okay, I'm just excited for season 4 of it. That's like what I can't wait for. Season 4 of it, it's gonna be mad. Okay, stay down.
Looking at it a second time.
And also, no chin music. But actually, I was actually showing my videos there, and I did not even recognize it. No chin music. Sad Toby, I'm sorry.
I don't know about you, Sheep, but I think after this match we can wrap this up if you're ready.
Yeah, I think that I'm racking my brain trying to think of any other rumors or anything I've heard. I can't really think of anything.
Okay.
Long-term injuries for sure.
Me either. I haven't. The only thing that I had was the Hulk Hogan thing, and that I had forgotten about.
Wait, hang on.
And you mentioned it, so.
Anybody we want to see pushed that's not getting their push?
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger, he's obviously on the list.
Rizongo, Dolph Ziggler.
There's a lot of
people that could clearly get a good push on SmackDown because we just see the same things on SmackDown over and over again for no reason.
Supposedly Edge and Christian are inducting the Dudley Boys.
Oh, for real? They're going to be at WrestleMania?
No, they'll be at the Hall of Fame.
I love Edge and Christian.
I like the Hall of Fame induction. It's one of my favorite parts of WrestleMania. Is either watching the Hall of Fame.
Okay, there is.
I know. I'm so glad I'm off for WrestleMania and I can actually watch all of it all day. There's like 9 hours of content if you watch all the free stuff.
Okay, yeah. Also,
just
Molly
order
Holly's
pizza and wings and chill.
Yep.
Also, Ivory's going to be in
I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I'm going to try to probably maybe either be streaming or something during it, or just try to make a thing out of it.
Okay, so the Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Well, it's kind of going down because, because last time we saw Gargano, he was like chasing Ciampa down like near the Performance Center. Which I actually will link that to the Discord.
I love the direction they've taken Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know if I care for the direction they've taken Johnny Gargano, but we'll see if he makes main roster, and they'll probably bury him like they did Dillinger. But I think a very good match.
I like Ciampa better right now.
I think a good pairing would be Dillinger and Gargano. They're kind of similar in that.
Exit the thing right now. Should we just exit it and then
probably we're gonna go ahead and wrap up.
There you go.
But
that's what I just
I mean, as far as rumors and stuff go, I can't think of anything. It was a pretty good week for wrestling. You had Daniel Bryan's return. You had some pretty good matches. You had the Ultimate Deletion, which was a sign that it was taken well, so received well. So we might get more. Woken Matt stuff.
Brother Nero actually, also Brother Nero here.
That's right. There was all that. So hopefully next week we'll have even more to talk about. More Daniel Bryan news, more broken Matt Hardy, broken family news, and we can really see what's going to shape up for WrestleMania and how it's going to be. Because I think it's going to be a pretty good WrestleMania now that Daniel Bryan's involved. And that we can really see some dream matches, besides Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
It's just an exciting time for WWE right now. I'm in that mood where I'm like, I can't wait to watch Raw. I can't wait to watch SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to things.
Let's talk about the training session for both Stephanie McMahon and Ronda Rousey.
What?
On Twitter. Okay, so yes, there was actually like some what's it called? It's kind of some like training videos like they did on Twitter, where I know that What's her name? I'm trying to think of right now. Ronda Rousey was
Shayna Baszler. Ronda Rousey was training with Shayna Baszler and stuff like that. That's just training footage, man. It's not necessarily rumors. I mean, it's just stuff, people being recorded doing what they normally do. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a really good talking point, I wouldn't think. Why is the Bludgeon Brother rated less than James Ellsworth?
Wait, what? Yeah, he hadn't realized that last second.
Because James Ellsworth just beat Gilbert.
Okay, good point, good point. Well, guys, that's going to be all for That Wrasslin podcast. I'm Sheepshifter 23. I'm here.
Because they're like, hey, it's right.
I'm here with Soulamazin Gaming and Benjamin Rivers. Please check out our channel. Don't forget about that missing piece of our crew, Streetkilln HD. He's with us in spirit and chat.
Hopefully
always.
Hopefully on the next episode.
But Dat Wrasslin podcast signing out.